Most babies start to get their first tooth sometime between 4 and 7 months, but some get them a little bit sooner and others a little bit later, and that's okay. It sounds like your question, though, is mostly about how long do the symptoms last? And the most common symptoms are drooling, wanting to chew on everything, maybe a little bit of irritability, but it shouldn't totally throw your baby off. If your baby is having persistent fevers, diarrhea, other systemic symptoms, a lot of parents write those symptoms off as just teething, but then their baby's actually sick. Let me give you a good example. So my son, he's 16 months old, and for the past week he hasn't been eating as well and acting a little bit irritable, and I noticed that a tooth was starting to pop through, so I wrote it off as that. And then the days went by and he started to get more and more sick, and I took him to the doctor and he had an infection that needed to be treated. So it's always best to get your child checked out if you suspect that anything else might possibly be going on, because it's a fact that a lot of parents misdiagnose their kids and write their symptoms off as teething when they really need attention and treatment. As far as how long the symptoms might last, it's so different. Some kids, as soon as the tooth breaks through, they start to feel better. Other times it goes on for a while. It could go on for weeks, especially if there's other teeth trying to come through that you can't really see yet. If you do notice swollen gums, rub your little daughter's swollen gum with a clean finger. Wash your hands and just rub it. Give some pressure if she'll allow you. Sometimes once they've allowed you to do that, they notice that it feels better and it helps the pain. Chilled teething rings can help, and also maybe a cold, wet washcloth. And you can talk to your doctor if you feel like it's necessary about over-the-counter medications that can help her feel better and support her through the teething process. If you have any other questions for me, though, feel free to ask them on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Intermountain Moms, and recommend us to your friends and family too.